On the 11th order will be Senate Bill 2150. Madam Secretary.
Engrossed Senate Bill 2150, a bill for an act to create and enact a new section of Chapter 15 of the Century Code relating to student and student organization disciplinary proceedings at institutions under the control of the State Board of Higher Education. The fiscal note indicates for the 15-17 biennium, general fund expenditures and appropriations of $830,000. For the 17-19 biennium, general fund expenditures and appropriations of $880,000.
Senator Armstrong.
Well, Mr. President, on February 11th, I explained the amendments to Senate Bill 2150, which essentially became the bill, so I'll give a short summary. This is the University Due Process Bill, and for the most serious offenses against either a student or a student organization, these students or organizations, if they are facing either suspension or expulsion or removal from campus, will now be allowed to have a lawyer participate in their due process proceedings. That is a change from how current law is, and they will also have a mandatory appeal back to a mandatory right to appeal back to the university. In committee, we heard testimony about how lawyers currently can go to these hearings but are not allowed to participate. We're going to change that. We're going to allow in these serious cases to make sure that there's due process. We also heard a testimony that the only way you got rehearings is if the university granted new evidence, and in some specific cases, alleged victims had been charged with crimes. That was found to not be new evidence, so we're going to make the appeal as a matter of right. It's a pretty simple bill. It allows due process in serious disciplinary proceedings at the university. It allows for an appeal. These due process is important to make sure the system is treating everybody in the thing fairly. It passed appropriations 13-0. It passed judiciary 4-2, and we'd ask this body to do the same.
Senator Anderson.
President, a question for the carrier. If I'm going to college and say that I can't afford my attorney, does the college appoint one and pay for it, or do we, or how does that work?
Senator Armstrong.
Mr. President, no. It would be either an attorney or a non-attorney advocate at the student's offense. There will be no court-appointed counsel.
Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, the question will be on the final passage of Senate Bill 2150. The Secretary open the key. Every member record their vote. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change his or her vote? Secretary, close the key and take the tally. Tally reveals 45 senators voting yea, 1 nay, 1 absent, not voting. Senate Bill 2150 has passed.